Hey babe, I hope you're drinking enough water and getting enough rest and doing your best to let shit go both figuratively and literally. Colon Chronicles 2023. Hi, my name is Nicole. My friends call me Coley. I am the mom and shaman, and this is today's video diary. It is the 11th of July 2023. It's a Tuesday, and I'm going to carry you around. I need to finish getting my room organized or what have you. But it is kombucha day. I've washed up some of the dishes and oops, whatever gets the floor mouth. Put in my stand my bob here. And I keep my computer. I don't have hot tech, I just have this stuff, so I figure, we'll do the best we can with what we have. And, I almost forgot my, pomegranate. So we are opening up our pomegranate at the sink. And, as I was, cutting this, I was like, I need to record this, and then I go sit down at the computer, I get distracted, and what do you know, 40 minutes later, this is why, like, me and technology have a love-hate relationship. I feel as though I'm really good with people, but not so much with technology. Nowadays, people and their technology are just joined at the hip. I heard somewhere that the dopamine that is released when we play with our phones is the same or similar to when we masturbate or what have you. And I'm like, dang, I don't get the same good feelings from playing with my phone as I do when I play with myself. But that's just me. So, yeah, I had a few things that I really don't need to do. I do need to get some stuff done. I have had some conversations with some shop owners about carrying some of the products that I make, some candy, as well as because I have the Pink Box of Happiness. That's what this YouTube channel is called. Like I thought I would be doing like cooking videos, and I do. But then I do more. I mean, this is more crafting and general thriftiness, resiliency or whatever, because sometimes you don't know what you can do with stuff. And I was wondering, does anybody know what can be done with pomegranate skin? It is a fruit that comes across my awareness when my intuition needs bumping and whatnot, which I think is pretty cool. I'm low-key like an urban forager, because I do not currently receive any public assistance beyond the assistance of my kind landlord, who's allowed me to pay my rent late without penalty. But I'm cute, so I figure we'll just take that as a blessing. So, so good. My hands all juicy. I got up and washed some dishes this morning. Yeah, I have a confession. Like, yeah, when I get to feeling less than or whatever, my cleaning is not quite up to par. And but noticing like a bunch of ants in the kitchen. And I've been like wiping the counter down, but they keep coming back. It's like I finally asked the question, like, okay, they're after something. Ants tend to be a symbol of abundance. Why? Because they can come get food. So as I'm wiping them off the counter. The grand culling of ants. I'm just like, okay, what are they looking for? Then when I asked that question, that's when I noticed that I had spilled some syrup from my bottle of syrup, and I had it on the counter, and that's what the ants were after. I have lived here for years and never had ants as bad, and cleaned up the syrup. And there's like, do I see any on the counter right now? No, I don't see any on the counter. Since it's kombucha day, we've got our bottles washed out and ready. I need to empty the water out of this one. And I can make a whirlwind and they come out faster. Oh, this still has some soap in it, does it? Let's wrench it. Let's wrench it anyway. I do not want salty kombucha. So I put some water in here and sugar it up. Ah, so good. How many bubbles? No. One more rinse. What a feeling! Man, that kind of felt good. Sometimes I feel like I want to shake the shit out of somebody. What I'm doing is just wanting to control them, and I can't because they're their own person, and I have to be my own person. But this just really shaking the shit out of somebody that I can't control. But I can control myself. Yay! Alright, we have 3. And I am pretty certain I'll get this smaller bottles here. So once I clean them out, sometimes I'll fill them with water to kind of keep it from, I don't know, just so it's not an empty bottle. And one of my favorite object lessons of life is, let's see if I can bring this up here. Okay. So this bottle is full of air. Now this is full of water. Let's say, you can't pour from an empty cup. You keep pouring out and pouring out and pouring out, pouring out into other people. When your bottle gets empty, you're yelling. When you get connected to source, you get to fill that bottle up, and the overflow is what you get to give other people. So that way you end up staying full and you have enough to share. Seems simple. However, personally, I like to allow myself to get just completely depleted to the point where I'm crying and screaming and all the things. But I'm not doing it at anyone. I'm just talking to God at that point, because I'm talking to myself for whatever I'm feeling. Whatever feels I'm feeling. There's soap on the outside of this bottle, so because the sticker didn't quite come off completely, and as I wet it, I've got this here like so. So we'll go ahead and get that cleaned. Yes. Yes. Alright. That bottle here. This bottle here. And when my kombucha is done, I tend to like to keep it plain or whatever. Let me go get the kombucha. I'll be right back. Hold music. Oh, 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 music. Ta-da! This is our initial fermentation. Oh, I did not bring that. I can only carry one bottle. I was like, oh, I didn't. I'm only because I don't want to drop this. Let me go grab my Scobie Hotel. Right back. Oh, music. Oh, music. Oh, music. Oh, music. Oh, music. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Got my twin sister calls a Scooby a Scooby-Doo, so because it kind of looks like Scooby. So not good. It's S-C-O-B-Y and Scooby is S-C-O-O-B-Y. So she calls it a Scooby-Doo, and I always think that's funny. And this is my Scooby hotel with all of my extra Scobies in it. So the last time I made kombucha, I put some more black tea into my Scooby hotel, so my Scobies have plenty of sugar and caffeine to nom nom nomming on. Nom nom nomming on the dandelion. Get a spoon. Here we go. Ladle. Now maybe that'll take. This is a plastic ladle actually. So we're going to. Hey, hello. Recording.
And there was 5 dudes on my nose. So
Not much.
all of them trained.
Turn up good.
Yeah, my mom didn't care. Yeah.
I'm checking my kombucha
That's what's up.
and recording.
When's the last time you guys?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Are you okay?
Oh God. 95.
Seeing that?
That's pretty good.
Nobody asked you to say and look. I'm recording myself. I'm
You can keep it
bottling my kombucha.
Review the footage like a basketball game.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, see what we can do better and improve ourselves.
So we're gonna take our Scooby out. Huh? I'm talking myself through this process. I told you I'm recording. Here's my nice healthy Scooby. Looks good. Scooby stands for symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. So this is what I like to call like my seed Scooby. So that's the Scooby that I put into the kombucha when I made the tea and whatnot. So I like the way that it tastes. I need to stir this up some, so I'm gonna stir it up. And where is the big? George, have you run the dishwasher since I loaded it last?
What?
Have you run the dishwasher since I loaded it last?
No.
Okay, because it was locked like it had been run, and I wanted to make sure.
I haven't touched it.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so we have stirred up our kombucha, and I like to pour it into something with a handle and a spout. Voila, I see the little bubbles there, yes. And then my individual bottle. So good, so good. There we go. And I have, shout out to Melody, made a new friend who has a garden, a farm, and chickens, and we were talking about making fruit leather, and I understand that that is something that you can do with Scobies. So I'm going to find a recipe. She has a dehydrator, and I think together with our fruit and ingenuity, we are going to make some fruit leather, and so stay tuned for that. I'm super excited to like meet another thrifty crafter and whatnot. So we are going to put it in this bubble. So yeah, so good. I love seeing it like bubble up like that, and that's got good bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. There we go. this is my individual bottle. Now, if I was going to sweeten, flavor this with juice, this would be the point at which I would add some juice to the bottle. And I like to reuse my bottle, this one. And allow it to ferment for another 7 to 10 days. Now, for me, the thing with fermented stuff, and I'm learning to do better as far as like the calendaring and whatnot, because sometimes it doesn't quite taste the way that I want it to after 10 days, so sometimes it'll end up staying longer. And I like to use honestly the thickness of my SCOBY as an indicator of whether or not it's like ready. So so these are my 4 jars, 2 individuals for travel or whatever, and the larger ones for daily use. This is, here I go, add some to my tea. I need to get my other bottles back, but this one has little bubbles, I like that. Okay, so we are going to, kind of shake up my SCOBY hotel, and I may end up taking some out of there. It looks like a mad scientist experiment. I'll be right back. Oh, music. Oh, music. Oh, music. Some work to do now. Oh, music. Uh-oh. Gravity check. Still works. I'm coming back. I knocked something over somehow. Gotta eat it. That's what happens when I go too fast. So, I was coming by the fireplace and knocked over this sign that I got from Robbie. Thank you, Robbie. Try to be the person your dog thinks you are. And I don't have a dog. I was going to put that in a shop because I thought that was beautifully cute. And I knocked the chess pieces off of the board. Clean. And put this here. Put this there. Under. Oh, these are these in the right place? Rook is there. Knight. Man, I declare it's been so long since I've played chess. I invited my son over to come play. Oh, see, here's my other stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can get some light. Natural light. Don't mind that, that's not my laundry, so. But it's on the couch, and I asked myself yesterday, I was like, is there like a perception filter that goes up like around clothes when we put them on the couch. It's like they can just stay there. But I have clothes in the dryer that I do need to get out, so I'm going to get those out in a minute. But I wanted to show you some of what I have been creating. My art teacher says this looks like African art, and I was like, well, it is like, you know how when you close your eyes really, 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 really tight, how your eyes kind of like pinch like that. Like the other day, I had my eyes, pinched really. I don't know why I had them pinched so tight. Sometimes when I'm at church, I do that so that I can just focus on listening as opposed to being distracted by what I'm looking at. And I keep hearing, open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes. So this is my best rendition of what it looks like, what it looked like, and whatnot. And I'm still not. It's not quite done with it or what have you. This one my art teacher didn't see because I didn't grab it when I picked up everything. But yeah, doing some flowers. This would probably be a really great design, like for a dress or some cloth or whatever. There's another one. I might see if I can look into that. That would be dope. This one's not finished. It's in progress, and my art instructor was not quite feeling this one, which is understandable. Oh, because it's not done. It's not done. So this one to me is also still a work in progress, but I haven't quite decided what else I'm going to do with it. The thing that I appreciate about my art is that you can look at it from many different angles. And this one is also not done, but we're just going to show you work in progress. Dude. So I'm gonna have a little miniature like gallery type situation. And here's some more flowers. My most recent learning has been dealing with acrylic paint and such. So this board right here is the same size as this one. They came in the set together, and I kind of like was using this as like to clean my brushes with, and then like the abstractness of it, I was like, I'll just keep adding little bits to it. So this too is one that's it is in progress. It'll be done when it's done, or somebody buys it from me. So so these 4 are in progress, and I have these 4 that I consider completed, that I don't necessarily intend to add anything more to. And this one still has like unpainted aspects, so I like the white background. Of course, this one my art teacher instructs me to take it to the edge, paint the edge, boom, paint the edge. That one's not quite painted, it's okay. But yeah, these are done. So yeah, that's that for that. On the 8th of July 2023, I sat for readings at Eclectic by Nature, and I brought like little gifts, as that was the anniversary of my sister's passing, and I acknowledged that as I give the gifts. And some people, it was kind of really like I had a bunch of things that I was going to give away, so I just gave them as I felt led, and it was really good. I enjoyed that very much. Sat with Chris, and know that the reason I mentioned their first name is because I have more than one person with that name. So as I acknowledge a conversation with someone, only the person that I had the conversation with knows truly whether or not I'm talking about them. So I'm not giving any last names. You're going to give some general information so that what you're going through and the guidance that I shared with you can be shared with other people. So feel free to comment down below. Thanks for spending this much time with me, kind of like as the baby that is my laptop to me, but I'm talking to you just like I talk to other people. So, but has been experiencing some overwhelm, and I was just in the midst of that, and I'm so grateful for my friend Andrea, who was kind enough to just tell overwhelm that you got stuff to do and what have you, and I'm just like, all right, yes, I do have stuff to do. So part of my promise to myself is to create 3 of these videos a week. So it being Tuesday, and I did not make one on Monday because I went out and about. I talked to a couple of merchants about carrying some of the products that I have, and touch base, been following up with people that I have been talking to about various things. Another place to sit and do readings, as well as promoting when I am going to be doing readings again, which is going to be the 22nd of July 2023, so mark your calendars. I do need to make the event for that. Thank you for reminding me. And spoke with the business owner that I worked with at Summer Solstice. That was kind of a it was an inspired task. I went to go see my friend, and they had promised me some Palo Santo, and I just wanted to see them, get a stick of Palo Santo, and bebop on my way. And I got inspired to help them set up their booth and whatnot, and just kind of ended up hanging out. By the time I went to my car, I couldn't get out of the parking lot, so I just grabbed some water and like my book so that I could share, because one of the other merchants that was there makes all of these wonderful natural products, and she grows everything that she makes her products with, and I don't have her information right now, but I will once I get it. I love when I encounter people that have businesses to promote their businesses and acknowledge their products. My friend Drea she makes this money soap that just makes me feel, I don't know what it does to my vibration. It's like I end up feeling horny, and as a person that struggles with sex addiction, that is a lot for me. But I mean, it makes me so she when I told her that, she was like, I hope you're focusing that energy on being productive. I'm like, being creative. Yes, I am productive. Productive is another thing. I'm like, yeah. But when she gets me a means of sharing a way to purchase those things from you, I will share that with you. It was Witch River that I work with, and she was like, yeah, next year you're on staff, like we don't know how we would have gotten through that without you, or what have you. And I was just like, dope. Like I went to help again. I got inspired because it just felt like I was working with my sisters, or what have you, and because I was outside and I had my shoes off and my toes in the grass, and I was over there by the trees, I just felt like super connected. And I've come to sincerely appreciate like my time in nature and my time outside, and I could just sit and be. So but like, yeah. And so that was very honoring. I went to a Reiki circle on the 9th, and like the 9th was a Sunday. Pastor Felix, shout out at the worship place, delivered like a wonderfully moving message, and it reminded me of the Pentecostal Spanish-speaking Pentecostal church that I used to attend when I lived in Johnston County. And I was like, man, you do not need to speak English to feel the Holy Ghost, because when the Holy Ghost hits, the Holy Ghost hits. So that reminded me, and I enjoyed it because he has a thick accent sometimes. I had to listen like really hard, and sometimes some words that people say with an accent don't quite sound the same. So it was just like a lot of like leaning in and just kind of hanging on the words that he was saying. And he too is a dynamic speaker. I'm telling you, if you want if you want to hear a mighty word, the speaker's at the worship place in Greensboro, North Carolina. It's 1807 Merritt Drive. Honey, they do great, and the music is beautiful too. They're so kind and compassionate, and everyone that I have invited there really likes it. So if you're looking for a church to visit or to join, I invite you to check them out and see. Like, yeah, give them an opportunity to welcome you in the way that they do. Because, like, yeah. So, and then I went to a Reiki circle on Sunday. That was nice. And it was a little different from the last time. It was at a yoga studio, because it'd be hot here. And at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's still hot. So it was at a yoga studio in Greensboro, North Carolina. And it was Church Street Yoga. I was trying to remember the name of it. So, confirmation burp for somebody. When she asked if there were questions or concerns, I was like, flatulence. Like, when I get really relaxed, I fart. But I haven't been farting a whole lot lately, so that's pretty cool. So that's a testament to my diet. I've been continuing to observe intermittent fasting. I do thrifty things with my food. I'm super pleased with my experiment from last night that I didn't film because I was just tired. But I really should have shown you the outfit that I had on, because I was eclectic. I had on this velvet skirt and this bathing suit top that had like spaghetti strap, because I wanted to get some sun on my skin. And but that was what I wore yesterday. Talking about Sunday, so because it's Tuesday today. So that was fun. I said that the only thing that I felt like we sat still too long, but again, as one that works on the inner child healing spectrum, that tends to be more movement based and sound based. So it's not just sitting still. So and it wasn't just sitting still. We went through hand movements and touching our bodies and just feeling and holding there and breathing and whatnot. And at one point she said, put your hands on your breast, and it kind of sounded like she said wrists, and I was like, no, wrists. But as we're going down the body parts, I was like, no. And then I was like, oh, I love my boobies. And the fan was so loud in there, I don't think anybody heard the joke, but it doesn't matter, because that's my joke for me, because I love my boobies, I love my body and all aspects of it. And now I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not super satisfied with my thighs of late and my tummy, but it's coming down. I've been noticing some changes in my body, so I'm grateful for those. I mean, I didn't gain the weight overnight, so my expectation of getting rid of it is unrealistic, to be honest with you. I remember back in 2016 when I did my first colon chronicles, it was just really about establishing healthy habits for myself, and right now that's what I'm redoing as I'm going through the mourning process of my sister's passing intentionally, stepping forward and trusting my spirit guides, my intuition a lot more, praying and meditating, not just like one time a day, like several times a day. And just I find myself being most peaceful when I do have my morning meditation. So this morning I did not quite. So we're going to be quieting and probably I had this vision of myself like going outside and flopping down under the tree and just sitting there and being like, okay, fine, here I am. And then I had to chase it myself. I'm like, really? Is that really how you want to be? And I'm like, no, I'm impatient. I'm tired of waiting. So what can I do in the meantime? Prepare. So I've been practicing. I'm going to share with you the poem that I've been memorizing and a little bit of what I've been working on. So if you happen to be out and about and come to the open mic at the Culture Lounge at 1707 Spring Garden Road in Greensboro, North Carolina on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. You might catch me there, you might not, you don't know. It's a $10 cover. And and tonight it's Tuesday. I think there's a open mic at the O that I've been wanting to go to, so we'll see about how that works there. Cosmic Birther of all radiance and vibration. Soften the ground of our bodies and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Endow us with the wisdom to grow and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose that illuminate the possibilities of our present moment. For you are the ground, the truthful mission, the birth, the power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole again. And so it is. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. I did not warm my voice up, so well, look, if you're a voice coach or you know one, tips are greatly appreciated. I'm training myself as best I can. If you can hear the sound of my voice, raise your hand. Congratulations. You woke up this morning. Somebody didn't. Somebody woke up without someone that they cared about. And if that's you, I pray for you. I pray your farts smell like honey. And that your cup runs over with all the good things, peace, joy, laughter, and abundance. Let's take a deep breath together. Hold it. Deep, deep. Exhale. Let's do it one more time. Take a deep breath in. Alrighty then. Exhale. That feels good. I'm going to share this grounding exercise with you, and then I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I'm going to say the thank you, then I'm going to do the exercise, and then we're going to part ways for class or whatever. Homeschool, roam school. I hope you learned a little something today. Feel free to comment down below. yeah, any takeaways, any questions, they're definitely welcome. I appreciate it when you reach out to me and let me know that you appreciate the content that I create. It goes a long way in encouraging me to keep doing it. The majority of what I share tends to be with people that I cross paths with as I'm wandering about in the world, and as I get out more and more, I'm doing the best that I can to create opportunities for people to kind of get together and share. So I'm hosting my very first men's support group meeting tomorrow, the 12th of July 2023 at 3 p.m. at Hemp Hill Library from 3 to 5. And yeah, I'm gonna bring my my art book and talk and some paper and pens and things, and we'll share and see what we can do to encourage one another. Several of the men that I've spoken with have been talking about a need for a support group, so I created one. I'll be digging around a bit with the time and such. So if you or someone you know is a single man that needs some support, feel free to make them aware of this video, or yeah, connect with me on Facebook. There'll be a link in the description on all of the other ways that you can connect with me. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course here on YouTube's. But yeah, so grounding exercise, if you have the ability to go outside, great. Go outside and put your bare feet in some grass, toes in the grass, and see if you can grip some grass between your toes. Then you take a nice deep breath in, stretch your arms up into the sky, and just elongate your body as best you can. Feel your toes in the grass, wiggle your fingers in the air. You're a tree. You're a tree. And then activate all of your senses. What do you see? I see trees and leaves, and oh, look at that branch. Nice. What do you hear? Oh, is that a bird thing? Is that a frog? What does that sound like? A lawnmower? Who's doing a jackhammer? Oh, that. Do you smell? Hot, fresh cut grass. What do you taste in your mouth? I still taste some of that pomegranate from earlier. See, smell. How do you feel your clothes on your skin? Taste, touch. Hold on. And then just listen for your heartbeat. To take a deep breath. Hold it. Get your wiggles out if you need to. Sometimes moving your body around is good. Get you at least 10 good breaths, particularly if you're like good and anxious. Look up into the sky. Look up into the sky in deep, deep breaths. Remind yourself that you are here. You are present. Everything is as it is, and if you as an individual want it to be different, you're in opposition of reality, because it is as it is. Be satisfied with what is, grateful, and eager for more, okay? If you don't want any more, fine, just be satisfied with what is, and do your best to enjoy yourself. Crack a joke, have a good time. Remember, we're here for a good time, not a long time. And if you drop dead being anxious and emotionally drained over someone else, guess what? That other person's going to end up finding their comfort elsewhere, because that tends to be what we do for one another. We provide comfort, distraction, encouragement. I'm definitely an encourager. So if you'd like to book a reading with me or a personal cuddle session, the links are in the description so that you'll be able to do that. Yeah, I'll listen to what you have to say and offer you a different perspective. I will take you through a couple of things, or share with you some things that I do to help kind of ground myself back into my body, as well as release some of the things that are caught up in there. And yeah, know that you are beautiful, amazing, sexy, And your butt looks nice. I hope that you have a great day or night, whichever time you're watching this. And don't forget to comment, like, and share. I love you. Transform. Mwah. Have a great night.